Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, How Automating Your Party Reservations Will Generate More Revenue. I want to welcome Nick Smith. Hi, Nick. How are you? Hey, buddy. A
Hey,
quick
Rev.
thanks to Branded Strategic Hospitality for helping to promote and book this webinar. And thanks to Gallery Design Studio for making the following presentation look awesome. We started this webinar series to help inspire restaurant operators who are trying to figure out what to do now with some ideas and what can make for a very bright future as we sort of get past this coronavirus. And hopefully today, by watching this webinar, you come up with a new idea you can do with your business. So again, thanks to Branded Strategic, thanks to Gallery Design Studio. We are going to get into this now. So with that, people watching the webinar, you're going to learn 3 things today. How to automate, we're having a little self-control with the mouse, it's okay. How to automate your event proposals. You're going to learn how to remove bottlenecks and win event business. That sounds like a great idea, right? And a simple but powerful way to grow event revenue. Man, that sounds good to everybody. All right, so please let me formally introduce Nick from WaltzIn. Nick Smith started his career in finance and then left to chase the dream of using technology to get people away from the screens and out of the real world. Here we are back on the screen. I love that. This and his love for restaurants led him to create some software that helped him book over 1,000 small events with restaurants across Los Angeles and build a deep understanding of calendar technologies. I know nothing about that, so I'm excited to learn. His experience brought to light the pain points of the event booking management system process, and that is how WaltzIn was born. As for me, hi, my name is Rev Ciancio. If you don't already know me, I'm a hospitality marketing consultant. I help restaurants raise awareness, acquire and retain customers through digital marketing, social media, and incredible software. My personal magic wand is pizza. Assuming you've watched all these webinars, that's the 8th time you've heard me say that joke. I have more than 20 years experience in branding, digital marketing, hospitality. I've worked with literally hundreds of restaurants to help them attract and retain customers. And a lot of people know me as a restaurant and hospitality marketing influencer because I run a couple of Instagram accounts with almost 600,000 followers total. Lots of great looking food photos on there. Some taken late night in a bar in New York City. We won't talk about that. I also used to own a bar in New York, so I know exactly how hard it is to market and brand a location-based business. But today, Nick, we are here to talk about self-serve reservations. So I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thanks, Rev. I appreciate you having me on today, and I'm excited to be here. So I know it's a little bit ironic. I kind of wanted to call out the elephant in the room that we're talking about group dining in the age of social distancing. But we're optimistic that things are going to get back to normal pretty soon. And now is really the perfect time to dial in your events business to fire on all cylinders when everyone comes out of isolation. So before this project, I was working on with a lot of event managers that were spending 8+ hours a day fielding sometimes over 100 inquiries a week with email. I learned about why the only way to book one of these events is through email. And I realized if I could figure out a way to automate some of this process, I could have a huge impact on their productivity and drive real revenue. So the problem, ton of time is wasted on chasing small parties. The large majority of inbound inquiries are for the same style and size of event. And during the first 5 emails, they're all asking the same questions. This time could be much better spent. So whether you're booking a party of 10 or 100, this process is the same. And this is really a best case scenario. So when you book a small party, that should be pretty straightforward. This creates a lot of unnecessary friction for the party host and the event salesperson. So what's our solution? So our first goal is to identify where we could have the largest impact on productivity. And it was clear that if we could help book the smaller and more simple stuff and get that off the plates of the event salesperson, that not only could we be improving the guest experience, it would mean the salesperson could actually have time to drive business in other more creative ways. So we automated the small stuff and the event salesperson could do their thing. So booking on WaltzIn for a guest is kind of like buying a car. You go to the dealership's website, you pick out your model, all the options, and you can buy right there from their actual inventory. Or you can save what you built and someone will reach out to you. It's a lot like that for a guest. For the event salespeople, we get rid of the worst part of their job. We give them the opportunity to do more creative work and we help them make more money. Everyone likes money.
Money sounds great to me.
So a lot of people ask us how we're different from Triple Seat. They're another solution in the market. And for us, the schedule we built and the tool that gets the venue's information online where the guests can shop with real-time pricing and availability is totally unique. You can think of WaltzIn as a booking and marketing tool, and Triple Seat is more like a productivity tool that has no real customer-facing capabilities. So let's run through a quick example. If I want to book a party of 15 at Saxon and Parole, I go to their website, I go to their large groups and private events tab, then I click pricing and availability plus instant booking button, and I get kicked over to the WaltzIn page where we lay out all of their items, their spaces, the experiences. You'll notice that the smaller events are available for booking or inquiries, and the larger events are set up as inquiry only. Because I'm trying to book 15, I'll go to the large groups, the group dining. I'm going to select my party size here, date and time, and all of this is going to be showing up with real-time availability. So once I've finished picking my times, I then get to look through the package options. To keep it simple, Saxon has decided to have guests order drinks night of, but they give them the option to create a limited menu. I'll choose from 3 food packages that are prefixed and choice of, and then I can choose some nice additions and nice add-ons here.
Wow.
All these fields are very easily customizable, and they're like little text boxes where you can communicate everything you need to. When I'm done, I can add some notes, add dietary restrictions, and then I get my proposal that breaks down everything I've selected so far, all the fees, the all-important total per head number. And at this point, I can either check out and add my contact and payment information to confirm the details, or if I get cold feet, I can easily submit this as an inquiry for someone to follow up and answer my questions. And that's it. Once done, your team gets an email notification, and they can use the backend management tool to make changes and communicate any additional details with the guest.
Wow, man. I almost feel like this webinar is not a presentation to restaurant and bar owners. This is to customers, because I know every time I've booked a private party, it was not this easy, and I wish it would have been. That is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, that's where we really came at it from the first position. You know, I was booking all these events, and it was really a nightmare. And so, you know, it was a problem for me, but I was basically being a professional event booker. So I had it all figured out, and I could get it down pretty quickly. But most people, they're booking these things pretty rarely. And so the place that we thought that we could really make this better was by giving the event coordinator a tool that was pretty powerful.
Wow. I mean, when I had my bar, there was nothing like this. Somebody had to email us, and we went through this whole process. And ultimately, half the time, I would be like, just come in Wednesday at 7, $10 beers. Like I just didn't have the tolerance to go through it.
Exactly. And I mean, I don't know, the conversion rate thing is a big thing too, because people will reach out to you and they want to organize something, and then it's like 12 people coming into your bar. You're like, just come in. Like, I can't, you know, like, I'm not going to put a reservation sign up. That's like too complicated. Like, I don't even know if you're going to come. Like, am I going to collect a credit card? It's kind of crazy. So this helps kind of automate all of that. So kind of the thing that's most interesting for me on this is that we're freeing up a ton of time for the event coordinators. Before, they were spending a lot of the time in their email, but now they actually have time to do a lot of offensive type stuff. So the people we've seen to have the most success with this product have done a great job of getting this message out. So book your next party instantly on our website. It's a real differentiator for guests. And with a streamlined funnel that you have now, you'll see an immediate impact. So there are lots of different ways to do that. And Rev could probably help you figure out the best ways to really push your message. But now that you have this funnel and you don't have to go through 10 emails, it kind of makes a big difference. So just to, we have a lot of different style of operators and customers using the product in ways we couldn't have imagined. I mean, we originally focused on small to medium-sized restaurants with PDRs or private dining rooms as an obvious use case, but we immediately found success with bar clients and larger restaurants looking to handle their large groups. So I have two examples I'll give you. The first is an 80-seat tapas restaurant. The events were run by the GM, and they've got a great PDR in the back of their restaurant. It's usually included as part of the main dining room. When we first met the owner and the GM to discuss WaltzIn, they told us they were booking 4 to 6 times a month and wanted to grow that business. They've been using WaltzIn for about a year now, and this last October, they booked their PDR 15 times. So that's like a 300% increase. And they also booked 5 large parties in the main dining room at a much higher check average and booked a buyout.
Wow.
I think there are some great numbers here, but I want to call out the 58% conversion rate. It's totally unprecedented. If you talk to any event coordinator or manager, if you can increase your event business by 300% with this type of efficiency, it can just be a huge game changer.
Yeah, I mean, I think this adds like almost like an e-commerce cart, right, to the process. If I'm like, oh, I'm gonna book my friend's bachelor party or my wife's birthday party, like I'm in the mode, like I'm ready to confirm. I've already seen like the bottles popping off, and I'm getting a big hug and a kiss for throwing a great party.
Yeah, you want to have a great event.
Like I'm ready to go, but then like it's 10 days later, I'm 52 emails deep. Like I'm 700,000 other things have entered my mind. Like, yeah, I still want it, but like I was ready right then, and this makes that process. That's probably why you have such a high conversion rate, because as the person is excited to confirm the party and the place, you're going to let them this is a great consumer experience, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, you nailed it right on the head. Yeah. So the next one, I wanted to highlight a bar that we had. This is actually, we didn't expect it, but we've also found a ton of success with these casual bars and wine bars, where the groups of people just want to reserve a section. It's like really lightweight reservations, but without a tool like this, it's like a full-time job. So we had this, we had this bar owner, and she used to be an event coordinator in a fine dining restaurant. So she really knew the power of marketing, and she was doing a great job, but that meant that her inbox was rammed. And so she was struggling to keep up. And she's told us we've saved like 5 to 8 hours a week for her of just going back and forth with these people. And obviously the 80% conversion rate is insane. A lot of that's driven by just low cost of commitment type bookings, where it's mostly just a reservation. She's not doing minimums, the deposit, no cancellation policies. So she keeps it nice and simple and just ends up crushing it.
That's awesome.
So I'll kind of let Rev go from here, but what I wanted to call out here with our offer during this time is that, again, we know that people are not going to be able to be booking these events anytime soon. We all hope that it comes back faster, but we really don't know. But what we wanted to do was give people the option to get this set up, not worrying about paying anything now that nobody has any revenue to use, but get it set up so it's ready to go right out of the gates. And then we're going to give you 60 days free afterwards, after you can reopen, just so you can get a sense of it and as you're getting yourself back up on your feet. And then again, we're a month-to-month contract, and so you won't have to sign any annual contract or outlay a bunch of cash right off the bat.
That's awesome. So I just want to make sure that everybody's clear about this. They could sign up for this right now in March 26th, right? We may not have doors open on restaurants again till May, April, June, who knows, hopefully sooner, but they could sign up for this right now, right? and then they could onboard, they could learn how it works, they could train their staff, they could test it out, the whole 9 yards, and then they don't start paying until 60 days after their doors are open again. There's no cost. All that learning is free. All that time is theirs.
That's right.
That's
Yep.
awesome. If I'm a restaurateur and I'm thinking about my future and what is it going to look like on the powder keg of activity that's going to happen when we can all leave our house again, like I want to be ready to capture every single person who has insane amounts of spring fever at that point, and they're all going to want to party and hang out because we haven't had social contact in a month or whatever. Like, I need this. Like, I truly need this. That is awesome. Well, hey, Nick, I think that's really cool. I think it's a great offer. Let's talk about how people can get in contact with you.
Yeah, so you can either reach out to me directly or my head of sales, Corey Lane, Nick at WaltzIn or Corey at WaltzIn.com. And feel free to reach out to us or text us or whatever works best for you, and we can set up a meeting.
This is awesome. For everybody that's watching this today, again, if you're interested, just hit up Nick or Corey directly. If you like the webinar, please, we're asking people to smash the like button on LinkedIn if you thought this was valuable. If you have something to say or a question you just thought was really cool, leave us a comment. And if you think this will help you or there's somebody else that you know, please share the LinkedIn link so that other people can see this and maybe it'll help them think about the transformation for their business on the other side of what's going to happen here. So that is awesome. I also want to remind you that we do have a private Facebook group. So if you like the type of conversations we're having on these webinars and you want more of it, you want to get into similar discussions, you want to network with other restaurant executives, get your questions answered, have some mindset coaching, we have a private Facebook group. Okay. It's bit.ly/restmast. That's bit.ly/RESTMAST. That's short for Restaurant Executive Mastery, which is the name of the group. Again, it's a free Facebook group. You can join, ask questions. You can be a fly on the wall. You can heavily participate. Again, it's bit.ly/RESTMAST. Click there to join the private Facebook group. We'd love to connect with there and help you solve some problems. So with that, we're going to bring this ship home. Let's give some thanks and likes to Branded Strategic. They're great people. They're a micro venture investment and solutions platform. They work with software providers, restaurants, unique food and beverage concepts, capital, and they bring that together to commerce and they accelerate really great tech. They might be how you found out about this webinar. We love them. We also want to give some thanks to Gallery Design Studio. They help B2B businesses with reliable, ongoing creative. I've used them for years now. They do awesome work. They made the template for this webinar, so we're thankful for the help. I want to thank you, Nick. Thanks to Corey, too. I know he's listening in the background from WaltzIn for sharing this. I mean, I can't see why if you're going to book parties, you don't want to automate that process. It just seems smart to me, right?
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you putting this together.
I'm glad you guys could be a part. And for those of you listening, if you have any questions for me or you want to talk about ways I can help you, please reach out to me on any social network. You can DM me here right on LinkedIn. I'm Rev CNCO everywhere else. You can also email me, the rev@yeahmanagement.com. Actually, you could put WaltzIn at yeahmanagement.com and I would still get it. Or you can put your first name at yeahman. I would get all the at yeahmanagement you want to send me. I want to thank you for tuning in today. Hopefully you found this to be insightful and you're thinking of new ways to master success in your restaurant business when we open again here real shortly. Again, if you liked what you learned, please hit the like button, please comment, and please share this webinar. And last but not least, everybody, make it a great, tasty day.